Chapter 81. Return to the same home.
So, your request is just to take Xiaoou away from the hospital and let me arrange a safe shelter?
This is of course 100 benefits to me. It can not only reduce the barrier that is currently protecting Xiaoou, but also better screen the people coming and going. I just don't understand. You who have found yourself are no longer the coward that everyone despises. There are many places where you can realize your value. Why do you still cling to Xiaoou?
How about you? Is it because you can't just leave her alone, just to keep her from causing trouble in your area?
Then, of course, it's not just for public security. I am not a machine. Because of that child, it looks so pitiful. She has such a blessed super healing physique, she is clearly the one chosen by God.
Penetrating abdominal injury, gender, female. Current medical history, the patient had a steel bar piercing through the abdomen. When the family member admitted her to the hospital, the steel bar had been removed. She had massive blood loss and shock. The wound started from the left posterior lobe of the liver and reached the abdomen. There was a lot of fluid accumulation and rib injury.
But she failed to get the correct guidance and embarked on a path of self-destruction. How can this not make people feel heartbroken? But your position is different from ours, right? You have no obligation to save humanity. There is no huge amount of magic to find container inheritance. What was your purpose in the first place? And started this evil relationship with a young human child?
The doctor said I need to go home and rest, so I decided to take a temporary break from school. I must have caused you a lot of trouble during this period of time. I looked around, but couldn't find anything good to express my gratitude. All I can leave you is this blessed amulet. I hope you won't mind. Although I never showed it, but actually, I am very happy to meet you guys of the same age here. Although I have only known you for a short year, I am very grateful for your care for me. I do not have friends. I don't know what to say at this time. After thinking about it, it seems that no matter what I say, it will seem too harsh. But I still want to wish you all the best in your future life. I'm sorry that I always ignored your feelings in the past. I hope I'll have a chance to see you again in the future. At last, thank you all. Thank you for being willing to get close to me.
You shouldn't have left her something like that. That amulet. Is this due to the protection of Lady Opal? If you give this thing to an ordinary person who can't protect herself, it's like exposing the traces of Master Opal's magic to the air if someone with a heart pursues and investigates.
Don't exaggerate. How can there be so many interested people? Opal's blessing is everywhere. I just gave her a grain of sand in the desert. Besides, amulets are originally used to protect ordinary people. How can it make sense for the weaker party to protect the amulet?
If the succubus leader could think like you, we won't have to look so hard. The succubus leader distributes his magic power to his offspring. It is probably equivalent to leaving behind a series of amulets. It was you who triggered these amulets. Only in this way can we capture the magic power of the succubus leader and use it as a tracking sample. Only, that guy is too cunning. Every time I follow the trail, I can only face the scene that has been cleaned up thoroughly.
Cautious scheming, plus huge magic power? If such a guy really stood against humanity, she would be a huge threat indeed.
That's why I don't want to involve you in an operation of this scale. To achieve justice, someone always needs to sacrifice. Now that William is gone, his legacy should also be carried out by a 50-year-old like me. You are so young and have such a bright future. How can I let a little girl like you shoulder such a heavy responsibility? But, do you really think this is for my own good?
My father never taught me to live under the protection of others.
So how far will you go before you are willing to give up?
Please give me one of the magic trackers in your trunk. Although the chances of success with a tracker are slim, but someone still has to keep an eye on this path, right? So you might as well let me do these easy chores, then deal with those dangers that require direct confrontation.
Then you must promise me that you will never let yourself get hurt again. If you encounter any particularly difficult situations while tracking magic power, don't fight rashly like you did before. This time, we must remember. Make good use of it. You're familiar.